So onboarding an individual might actually mean, as an example, checking their social security number, but at the same time, making sure that it's actually a live individual who's applying for an account, let's say, right? And that's where platforms like Signzy come into the picture.
Today, with the growing cyber attacks and online financial frauds, digital identity has been recognized as an important element in the digital infrastructure. First, could you explain what digital ID is and how Signzy assists in boosting the customer's security infrastructure and optimizes their user experiences?
Oh, absolutely. I think, again, very simple question, but extremely loaded in terms of the elements that go into it, right? So essentially from an identity perspective or digital identity perspective, if you look across the globe, right? If you look at a US, for an individual, it's social security number. In India, we have Pan and Aadhar. For businesses, there are various business identities, right? Which can be actually looked at or checked for to look at the validity, right? Now, the way we have to think of solving the digital identity problem is and not only looking at these sources of data and identity, but also tying it with regulatory steps and compliance requirements, right? So onboarding an individual might actually mean, as an example, checking their social security number, but at the same time, making sure that it's actually a live individual who's applying for an account, let's say, right? And that's where platforms like Signzy come into the picture, where we have AI infused. So just to give you an example, so like we're connected on this virtual call, we have AI capabilities which allow you to, or which allows financial institutions, as an example, to actually check for liveness of a person, meaning is Orgo speaking on this virtual call actually alive? Is the person who owns the social security number or the PAN Aadhar number in the case of India? And is this person actually geographically applying from a location that is compliant for the regulations, right? So is it a case of me sitting in India applying for an account in the US, which regulations don't allow, right? So to the question, I think the way Signzy is solving for identity is not just looking at sources of identity and data, but also infusing AI in various ways. So geotagging, figuring out where the user is coming from, are they actually live, with the end objective of stopping bad actors or fraudulent actors actually entering the financial system. So I think, Harsha, that's the key from a point of view of actually looking at identity and the points at which we intervene, meaning at the point of entry, right? So that will actually eliminate a lot of bad actors entering a financial system. And once that is taken care of at the point of entry, then once inside the system, the chances or the probability of fraudulent transactions or fraudulent activity actually goes down significantly.